I created 4 cards today for you using Hero Art's Best Gift Ever release for October. And this video is also part of a video hop and giveaway for the Creator Collective Goals video hop. There is tons of inspiration from tons of designers, and you can find all of them down in the description below. Okay, so I am going to start with the stencil. This is the gorgeous gift wrap stencil. I'm going to be doing 4 cards. I'm using Distress Oxide inks. This first card I am using Spun Sugar, Kitsch Flamingo, and then Lumberjack Plaid. This has a 2 layering stencil, and for 3 of the cards I'm going to use both layers. For 1 card I'm only going to use 1. Now again, I mentioned this is part of a video hop from the Creator Collective that I'm part of, and this is to help reach our subscriber goals. So if you guys like what you're seeing, please subscribe to our channels, and you will need to comment on each one of the videos, and you can hop along for that, and you're gonna have to give a response, and I will tell you what that is here in just a little bit. But there is, I think, over $1,000 worth of prizes that you guys can try to win, which is really, really exciting. Okay, here is my second stencil, and now I have the Kitsch Flamingo and the Spun Sugar, and now I'm going to use Lumberjack Plaid to fill in all the fun stripes and stars and trees and polka dots. It is so super fun. Okay, so I'm using sponge daubers for these. They just go on your fingers, makes it really easy to ink blend, but you can use anything you want. And I do have this stuck on top of my grip mate from scrapbook.com. It's sticky and it holds your stencil really, really nicely. So here's our first one. I'm gonna put that aside. Let's work on our second one. This is going to have Spun Sugar, Kitsch Flamingo, Salvaged Patina, and Peacock Feathers. Now in this release from Hero Arts, you have a stencil. You have a coordinating die for this stencil, although I don't use it on 2 of my cards. Then there is a letterpress foil and cut. So you can letterpress with it, you can glimmer hot foil with it. There's also a letterpress and foil it plate that's going to give us our ribbon for our presents, which I think is so fun. There's also the gift box die that I talked about, and then there's another set of sentiments, just because stamp and die sentiments. Actually, there's 2 of those, but 1 is letterpress. So tons of fun products, and I am going to use all of them here. So definitely hang out through this video. And again, you'll have to comment my response, which I will do here in a little bit in this video, to be eligible to win a prize. And we're also hopping on Instagram if you want to check us out there. And again, if you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to our channel if you are enjoying the videos. My goal is to reach 10,000 subs by the end of the year, and I'm over 9,000 right now, so yeah, that would be great. Okay, for our third card, I'm going to start with Candied Apple. We're going to do traditional Christmas here. 3 of my cards are very Christmas. 1 is kind of Christmas and the other one is more for a birthday, but you could use the kind of Christmas for a birthday too. Well, you have to use it for Christmas because there's Christmas trees. So, but the sentiment is not overtly Christmas. Then I'm going to use Mowed Lawn. So these are our base colors because we're going to bring in that second stencil to give us again all of the fun details that go on these presents. I love the different sizes, the different lengths. These are so much fun, you guys. What a fun and quick, easy way to make some cards. Okay, let's bring in that second stencil, and then I'm going to use Lumberjack Plaid and Rustic Wilderness. So again, this is going to give us all of our details, which I love. And let's peel back that stencil. And I am just clean, or no, not yet, sorry, ahead of myself. And I do clean, obviously, in between each one of the colors with just a little bit of water and a dry rag, and it cleans up nicely. The same with the Grip Mate, it just cleans up with water, especially with Distress Oxide inks. Then this one, I'm going to keep it one color. This is a little more monochromatic. I'm using Cracked Pistachio. And I'm not using the second stencil, but I am going to use the letterpress and some ink on this card. The other 3 cards, I'm going to do foiling. But we'll get back to this card because I do have a trick to show you how to line up the little piece of acetate that, you know, like has registration marks, so you can really get it lined up well. But we are going to foil. So I have my Glimmer Hot Foil system on. It's heated up. I'm going to create 2 little hinges with some low tack tape, but I'm making sure that these are lined up. I'm going to use some matte gold foil, which is beautiful. And I'm going to place that down pretty side up against the foil plate. I'm going to push my little button. It takes a minute to heat up. I'm going to add my plates to those, run it through my Platinum 6 die cut machine. I like to go slow, forward and back. And I'm going to do this for 3 of the cards, but I'm just going to show you 1. But then we've got that beautiful foiled ribbon and bows. Okay, so here is the letterpress card. Here's the top on the right-hand side. I'm going to tape down my card that we stenciled. Now, I had already done this once and it did not line up good, which made me learn how to do it this way. So I'm going to share this with you. Then I have the registration plate. I flipped that over so the side facing up is the side that's actually going to be face down on the Letterpress on the left-hand side, the base plate. I'm going to call it that. So I'm going to line up this registration mark, and I still was off just a little bit, but it's totally fine. I'm going to add some tape in that open area. I'm going to take the base of the Letterpress, let the magnets attach. I'm going to press it down because it is on springs. And when I lift it up, the registration acetate piece is now adhered on the left-hand side of the base plate, and my cardstock is still adhered to the top. And now I can line up the Letterpress plate for the inking, because this we are not foiling. I decided to use, this is archival ink from Ranger in Beach Cruiser. I thought this would be really fun. And there is inks that do go with the Letterpress, but these archival inks work really nice. I'm going to place that over the top and run that through my Platinum 6 die cut machine. And I think it lined up pretty darn good. Not perfect, but pretty good. This is the coordinating die. This is called the Gift Boxes die, and I'm going to line that up on 2 of my cards only. The other 2 I'm going to leave as a background, but I do trim those down. So 4 pieces of A2 size white cardstock I'm going to place in this is the July 2025 3D embossing folder kit from Spellbinders, and I'm going to use that for all 4 of my cards as a background. Then these are the sentiments, Here for the Presents, Letterpress, foil, and cut. So you get letterpress, plate, sentiments, and then coordinating dies. While that's heating up, I am going to use the Just Because stamp set and stamp the tag and 1 sentiment with that Beach Cruiser ink. And now my foil sentiments are done, and I will use the coordinating dies to die cut those out. And I just did that off camera. I'm taking a gold shimmer pen and just splattering this background. I'm only going to do it on this one. I felt like it just needed a little something extra. So yeah, gold is always the way to go, I think. It's so pretty. And I'm going to put that aside to dry. Now for my backgrounds, there I have that 3D embossing folder background. I left that white. So this card, obviously I did not use that die, but I added foam adhesive behind the base, behind the sentiment. That card is, we're going to add a little bit more. We're going to add some gold sequins to that, but I just went through these quick because you guys are going to be watching a lot of videos today. Then we have this sentiment here. So the first card, the sentiment says, family and friends are the best gifts of all, and we foiled that with that matte gold foil. This one says, when you stop believing in Santa Claus, you get socks, which is really funny because my kids actually loved getting socks on Christmas Eve as one of their presents they would open. We always bought them fun socks and they actually looked forward to it. So that was not a punishment for them. Okay, so I'm adding 1mm foam adhesive in the back, and then the fronts will have 2mm foam adhesive, so everything has a little bit of dimension. And then you can see that 3D embossing folder for our background. I like a white background, but you don't always just want it plain, so use an embossing folder. Super quick and easy just to add a little bit of texture. Okay, we're gonna add our other 3 presents, just slightly overlapping them. And then we can go on to our 3rd card. Here's our traditional Christmas one. This says, hope your Christmas is filled with all of your favorites. And then really quick, in the comments, you need to write down what my favorite tool is, or what tool I can't live without. I'm gonna be honest, right now it's my Pick Pro tool. I love my Pick Pro tool. I cannot live without it. I don't even think I do use it in this video, but maybe you don't see it because I used it to add the sequence at the end, some gold sequence, which I may not have shown me doing it, but you'll see the photos at the end. So put in the comments what tool I cannot live without. It is the Pick Pro tool from scrapbook.com, and I just love it. Okay, let's put these. Isn't that what I love about all of these products from Hero Arts? Is they all go together, obviously, but I love that you can foil or just ink with the same ribbons and bows. I think that's fantastic. Or some of those sentiments you can just ink or foil. I think that is like a huge bang for your buck as far as like, you know, having these great products in your stash. Okay, I'm going to add a little bow of just gold twine I had in my stash on that tag, and I already put that sentiment down. The background is again adhered to that embossed background, and I'm just going to do a little bit of foam adhesive and tuck it underneath that sentiment. I feel like this could be for a guy or for a girl. Either way, super cute. And we're going to take a look at these finished cards here in just a second. Look at that pink and red. I love this. What a fun Christmas. Then we have this one that can be for a birthday for anyone. We used the Letterpress system here. That first one we used the Letterpress as a foil instead of with ink. The same one with this. This is, I feel like, a fun Christmas one too. Very playful, and that sentiment is so darling. And look at that gorgeous matte foil. And then our traditional Christmas one is just absolutely stunning. And of course we have that snowflake embossed background. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Make sure you hop along to all of the other creators. You're going to be totally inspired with wonderful projects. Thank you again. And again, if you like what you've seen, please subscribe to my video. Definitely comment the answer below. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos, and have a wonderful day.